So I welcome our dearest Sip Ashok Maheshwari, Sip Ashok Chotwani, and I do not know, we have got Sip Ashok Nishani. So if there was an award for the name, it would go to Ashok. So we have three. Sip Shanmuga, Sip Bliko, Sip Supreme, Sip Raju, very consistent Raju. I have seen Raju coming on this call so consistently, a deep seeker. I welcome you, Raju. I know you don't stop to welcome you, but you are such a consistent seeker, so welcome. Sip Girish and Parutiyama, pillars of the call. Sip Motkula and Leena Anand with their children. Welcome to the call. Sip Sudeep Bhargava, Sip Samatma. I can't see you very well, but welcome. Sip Bridget, who's now called Bliss and Bless. Sip Sangam Gupta, Fridays ko to aap miss nahi karte, but it's good that you come. And you have also come on other days. It's nice to see you. Sip Siva, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Gaurish, Sip Sagai Raj, and Sip Rajaratnam, also coming every Friday without fail. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the call. Rest of you, I can't see that you are there. And I hope that you can see me. Today, we have the administrator is going to put a very interesting subject up on the screen. And the subject is what is about evolving from religion to spirituality. Some people don't even understand the meaning. What is this evolving from religion to spirituality? And somebody, when I sent this message, somebody asked me, what is this? What is evolving religion to spirituality? And so why should we evolve? What is the reason? Why I must go from religion to spirituality? You're telling me leave my house and go to some other house. Why I must leave my house and go to some other house? Point is that it's not about leaving your house and going to some other house. It's about evolving and growing and moving, right? It's about growing and moving forward in life. So my dear friends, why should you evolve from religion to spirituality? You must evolve from religion to spirituality, because if you don't, you will remain in the kindergarten learning ABC till you die. You will not realize the truth. You will be in ignorance. You will suffer. You will have physical pain. Your body will have diseases. You will suffer misery of the mind, fear, worry, depression, and anger, hate, revenge, jealousy. You will have agony. How do you escape from all this? How do you escape from all the suffering? One of the things that Buddha said, which some people understand and some don't, Buddha said, in this world, there will be suffering. Buddha said, you can be the richest man in the world, you can be the most powerful man in the world, but there will be, what Buddha said, there will be dukkha. But we people don't understand the meaning of dukkha, right? Do we people actually understand that there is dukkha? We don't. Do we understand what is the meaning of dukkha? Therefore, if you want to overcome dukkha, and if you want to overcome dukkha permanently, see, some people, they want to do what's called hide and seek. So they want to escape from dukkha temporarily and then they will suffer. But we come back to earth again and again and again and again. So my dear friends, if you really want to be free, then you have to evolve from religion to spirituality. And some people ask the question, but religion is good, na? What is the problem? Religion talks about God. Why should we leave religion and go to spirituality? So they don't understand that religion will only teach you the basics. Religion will not make you a graduate. Religion will not give you a master's. Religion will not make you realize God. Imagine that today also, if you go to university and the teacher starts saying 2 + 2 equals, and you have to say 4, very good, and 4 + 4 equals, you say 8, amazing. Would you like to go to university like that? You say, how can I go to university like this? What nonsense university is this? I can't. Therefore, we don't realize that religion makes us a LKG, a KG, a kindergarten student for life. And we are going on singing Krishna, Krishna, Shivaya, Shivaya, without realizing that we don't understand what we are singing. We don't understand who is God, where is God, what is God. We pray, but we don't understand what we say when we pray. Actually, we don't pray, we just pray. But will we realize this? So, my dear friends, that's why I wrote a quote recently. The quote I wrote said this, that without religion, you can't attain enlightenment. So, did we speak about this yesterday, 1 or 2 days back? Or no? Without religion, you cannot attain enlightenment. And with religion, you cannot attain enlightenment. Did I explain this to you all? Or I did? No? So look at this beautiful quote I wrote. The quote says, without religion, you cannot be enlightened. And with religion, you cannot be enlightened. So what to do? So I want to ask you this question, what to do? And you will answer this question afterwards. I will not give the clarity of this confusion. Ashok Maheshwari, you heard what I said? Ashok Maheshwari. I said, without religion, you cannot get moksha. And with religion, you cannot get moksha. So what is the meaning of that? I want you to think. And I want you to tell me. Because this is, don't forget, Sudeep, I'm keeping you timekeeper on this question. Don't forget this question. So my dear friends, with that note, we need religion. We need religion because without religion, how we learn the meaning of God? Who is God? What is God? What is temple? What is church? What is the meaning of prayer? What is the meaning of faith? We need faith in God. We want to have hope, to trust. We want to trust God. And it's very important that we need religion. But the problem is, when the religion teaches us all these things, I know an 80-year-old man who will say, I tell him, you must be enlightened. He will say, but my Krishna will take care of me. My Krishna will take care of me. I said, but your Krishna is inside, Vrindavan is inside your heart. He'll say, what are you talking nonsense? How can Vrindavan be inside my heart? I am going to go to Vrindavan. I met another 78-year-old man. I met a 78-year-old man. You know what he said? He said, I am going to Banaras. I'm going to Kashi. I said, what happened in Banaras, Kashi? He said, I got reservation in that Mukti Bhavan. Huh? Mukti. Kashi Mukti Labh Bhavan. So I said, what happens is I'm going to go there and die so that I will go straight to heaven. But this is what religion teaches us. Religion teaches us, sorry to say, too much nonsense. Too much nonsense. And nonsense means what is nonsense. Religion teaches too much, get caught in this nonsense. And because we get unable to be free, we are unable to be liberated, and we take our misery to our graves. So my dear friends, today we are going to talk about how to evolve. And I wish this Zoom call permitted me to ask you questions and unmute. And Administrator, should we unmute for for 1 or 2 minutes and then we can mute again? Is it possible?
Yes,
can
sir.
We unmute? Yeah, unmute for just 2 minutes. And I would ask people if they want to ask me any question. Yes, I've unmuted everybody. So we'll just take 2 minutes. So and answer the Sudeep, what is the question, Sudeep, I had asked you?
So what do we that we cannot find the enlightenment without the religion, but we will not be able to get enlightenment with religion.
Okay. So who can explain this? With religion, without religion, you cannot be enlightened. With religion, you cannot be enlightened. Who will explain?
So I can take that example of a pole vault that I shared with you some time back. So in that pole vault, the person has to.
Yeah, no, your analogy is correct, but the group will not understand that.
Okay, okay.
It's too complicated for the group.
Okay, okay.
Can you explain that in simple words? Can you explain that in simple words?
I can
why should
try
you
that, sir.
No, why
okay,
should,
then let's leave it. No problem. Okay.
Sudeep, my goal is to make it simple. Sudeep, my goal is to make everything very simple. So who will explain this? Okay, let me ask you another question. Or let me quickly tell you this. Huh? Yes.
Can I try?
Yes.
With religion, we will not get enlightenment. Why? Because religion is just a stepping stone towards the path of the enlightenment. After
why will religion? No. Sorry. Why will religion stop us from enlightenment? Will religion stop us from enlightenment?
To a certain level, yes.
Why? Give me simple answer. Why in one line? Child, I always like to talk like a child. Why will religion stop us from moksha?
Because we follow like the herd. Whatever we hear and we believe it.
So what you say is correct, but it's not the answer. Bliko?
May I, Guruji?
After Bliko. Bliko and then Rumataji. Bliko?
Shivoham Guruji.
Sure.
The religion is teaching us God and you are separate. So this separation will never make you realize what you really are.
Excellent. Anything else? Excellent answer. Anything else?
That is the reason we have to leave the religion at a certain point.
Second, first question, why you need religion for enlightenment?
Religion is needed to know the supreme power, which they say God, and what is the relation between you and the God, because that is not clear. So first of all, for the introduction, you need the religion.
Your first answer was very clear. Why religion will stop us from enlightenment? Now the direct question, why religion is needed for enlightenment? Simple answer.
Religion will introduce you to the God.
Perfect, correct.
That's
it. Perfect, correct. Finished. Over. Rumataji. I will put your words. I will frame your words out in a few seconds. Rumataji, boliye.
Guruji, religion attaches us with so many myths that when we die, after death, we will go to heaven if we do good deeds. If we do bad deeds, we will go to hell.
Kashmir mein salam bolte hain. Salam. Correct. Absolutely correct. और बोलो. और बोलिए.
और गुरुजी और भी कई myths हैं कि after death you should do 13 days ceremony.
Okay. So you are saying we don't need religion.
Religion is only required in the beginning to build faith and to have belief in God. Okay, after that, it is not required.
Two people who are in consciousness, Bharat in consciousness and Rumataji in consciousness. Two people are right now in consciousness. I want to mute everybody back after Kaumudi. After Supreme, please mute everybody. After Supreme. Supreme, can you unmute? Yes.
Yes. So religion, of course, is required, and we have discussed this earlier, that we require it in the initial stage when we are young. Otherwise, we will become Gnostics. But I think the main hindrance of religion later on is each religion says that they are superior. Like if I am a Jain, the Jains say that we are, the best, we are superior, and all the others are not right, or they are wrong, or the dharam is. So dharam divides us. So it makes you away from the other one instead of accepting and loving everyone.
Administrator, please. Administrator, thank you. Please unmute me. Mute everybody. Unmute me. Yes. Okay. So thank you, Administrator. So now I hope you all can hear me. So I took this little break, which I normally don't do on Fridays. But my dear friends, I'm asking you a question. Most of you are still religious. Ashok Maheshwari is religious, Ashok Chotwani is religious, and Ashok Nichani is religious. I caught all the three Ashoks, I caught them in the call finally. All three Ashoks coming on this call are all religious. How can you attain enlightenment? You can't. How can you attain moksha? You can't. You want to be in the kindergarten. You want to learn A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. You want to learn A to Z till you are dead. Then you will be dead learning A to Z. Nishu note, you will be dead learning A to Z, my dear friends. If that's the job, or before you are dead, stop learning just A to Z. Please move on. Therefore, today's session is how we should evolve from religion to spirituality. And I like a beautiful song that I wrote some time back. The song is this. It says, बच्चों को कैसे कोई भक्ति सिखाए, प्रभु कौन है उन्हें ये कैसे समझाए, जीवन वो है देता, ये जग उसने banaya hai. Why can't we tell children that God is the creator? Why we must tell children that Shiva cut the head of his son and put Ganapati, and why we must tell children that Ganapati, this Hare Krishna, Krishna will go and break the matka and eat makhan chor, Nand Kishore. We teach children these songs, and when Ashok Maheshwari is 80 years old, he still sings Makhan chor, Nand Kishore. Am I right, Ashok Maheshwari? With all due respect to you, I am trying to make you all realize we are not leaving. We are caught on some irrelevant things, my dear friends. And because you are caught on these irrelevant things, you know, I believed in Lord Shiva for 40 years, till I was 50 years. But then I realized, the song says, Shiv ko namaskar karna hai, Om Namah Shivaya japna, Somvar mandir jana hai, Abhishek aarti bhi karna. शिव तो कुछ भी कर सकता है, शिव की पूजा करना, भक्ति से शक्ति मिले, फिर मुक्ति कोई पाता, प्रभु को सच में जो चाहे, दिल के अंदर उसे पाता. Stop praying to the God outside. Start praying to the God inside. Because God is not outside. God is not outside. When will you realize this truth that God is inside? My dear friends, Prabhu andar hai. Prabhu mandar mein nahi. Prabhu andar hai. When will you realize this? You know, we people, we are suffering. I'm telling you, I know dozens of people who are suffering. We are suffering from pain of the body, misery of the mind. We are suffering from fear, from ignorance. We are suffering and suffering and suffering. But we don't realize we need spirituality. We need to graduate in the university. We need self-realization. We need to realize who is God. God is not a statue. We need to realize. But of course, we need religion to start. Even Rumataji said, even Supreme told. Supreme added to the point and said, no, we need religion. Of course, we need religion. But be clear why we need religion. We need religion just to start. We need religion just to start. I'm asking you, I'm getting a crazy thought. You know, you need fire. No? You need fire to start cooking. So you start, you switch on the gas, or you switch on the fire, or you take matches or take that lighter and you switch on. But after you switch on, you start cooking, you still need fire. You still need to put matches. You still need to put, if you still on the food, if you put matches, then the food will burn. You cannot put fire on the food, which is cooking. But we are not willing to leave the fire. I'm just trying to make you understand, my dear friend, that spirituality is the only way to go from believing in God and praying to God to liberation from rebirth and coming back to earth. We don't want to come back to earth. We want moksha, we want nirvana, but we don't attain it. We don't achieve it. You know why we don't achieve it? Do you even know why we don't achieve it? We don't achieve it because of avidya. Avidya means ignorance. Bridget, avidya means ignorance. Avidya ke karan hum sab tadapte, andhkar mein jeete aur fir hum marte, पुनर्जन्म फिर हम लेते, मुक्ति नहीं हम पाते, प्रभु से एक ना होते. अविद्या के कारण. When are we going to drop this ignorance? When are we going to overcome the ignorance? And the problem is 99% of the people in this world are ignorant. How are we going to overcome it, my dear friends? It is through spirituality. You need enlightenment. Religion only to start. Then you have to let go of religion. Spirituality, till you go there, till you overcome the ignorance. You need it to overcome the myth, to realize the truth. My dear friends, with religion, you cannot get enlightenment. You got so many reasons. Religion separates us from God. Religion tells you that my religion is better than your religion. Religion tells you so many superstitions. You got so many answers. But you don't understand, right? You don't understand मिथ्य क्या और सत्य है क्या, माया में क्यों है फंसा रे, दिखता जो है सच नहीं है, सच का एहसास करना है। मिथ्या में हम सब फंसे हैं, सच का एहसास ना होता है, प्रभु से हमें एक होना है, संसार में हम सब फंसे हैं, संसार में हम सब फंसे। We are all caught in samsara. We are all caught. We are caught. We are caught. We are caught. When will we be liberated? This we forgot. We are caught, and this we forgot. My dear friends, we need to evolve. Spirituality is not a religion. Spirituality is above all religions. University is not a kindergarten. University is above all kindergartens. We need to go above kindergarten. We need to go above religion. That's the only way we will realize God is not God. God is Sip. God is the supreme immortal power. Unfortunately, more than 90% of the world, they live in the kindergarten. They live and they die because they are ignorant, because they follow the herd, because they don't have a guru. They don't have a guru, or just bad karma. There can be so many reasons, right, for us to be lost. But if you are lost in the samsara, then you are lost. So, my dear friends, it is very important to realize that religion is just a fairy tale. It is a myth. Religion has no logic. Spirituality is a science of the spirit. Spirituality is a science. It is logical. It helps us to ask, to investigate, to realize the truth. You need to have that state of that spirituality, which will make you logically understand. I will die. The body will die. I am not this body. What will happen to me? Where will I go? Religion will tell you what? Kuch bhi mat. Tum aake, you just say Krishna, 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 and you will go to Vrindavan. You say Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and Shiva will take you. And you believe. And you believe. When will we stop this? When will we stop this nonsense, my dear friends? When will we realize the truth? You can't find God. You can't find God. If you're waiting for Tirupati, Bhagwan Tirupati or Lakshmi to come and give you all the money in the world, get up from your sleep. Don't keep on dreaming. God is not made with bone and skin. You have to realize God. You can't find God. God is Sip. God is Sip, 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 Sip. Supreme immortal power. I told you, you want to find God. That guru gave a very good story, right? He said, you want to find God? That guy told him, no, I want God, I want God. No, you cannot find God. No, I want to find. No, you cannot find God. You are my guru, you're a useless guru. So the guru told him, useless guru, come tomorrow, I'll give you God. So next day he came, the boy said, I want to find God. If you're not a useless guru, you show me God. Guru said, I already brought God and came. Come on. He asked him to stand on this table, and he told him, God is on top of that, in that chandelier. So he told him, what? Remove the bulb from the chandelier, and inside God is sitting. Put your finger inside. So he put his finger inside the chandelier. Because he put his hand in the current. So you found God. Did you find God? Guru asked him. That fellow in his life, once again, he didn't ask for God. You can't find God. God is not Krishna, Shiva, Ganapati. When are you going to wake up from your sleep? Get this into your head before you are dead. Because after you're dead, there's no point. You can't get into your head. You have to do it now. My dear friends, you can't find God. You have to realize God. If you want to realize God, it is self-realization. Only self-realization can take you to God realization. And if you want self-realization, it is not religion, it is spirituality. If you don't want spirituality, forget it. Just live, do good karma, die, you will come back to earth. I am guaranteeing you. I am guaranteeing you, you will come back to earth. I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. And if some of you want to come back, you don't need to be on the Zoom call, because the Zoom call, we're only talking about that. We are talking about how to be free from all misery on earth and how to be free from rebirth. This is the principal understanding of nirvana, moksha, enlightenment, realizing. We are not the body. We are not the ego. We are not the mind. This is the fact. We have to realize this, that we are the Atma, we are the soul, we are the spirit, we are the Ruh. We have to understand this. We are a Shakti. This Vyakti, we are not this Vyakti, we are a Shakti. When will we realize that we are a power? We are the energy. We are the Atma. Atma is Paramatma. When will we realize all this truth? That we are energy, we are Sip. When will we realize God is not God, God is Sip? When will we realize? How will we realize? It is only through spirituality. Whenever I ask people who is God, they say God. Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Then after 1 second, they start saying, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. अभी कृष्णा बोल रहा था. हाँ, एक ही बात है ना. कृष्णा रामा एक ही बात. हाँ, एक ही बात. महाभारत रामायण एक ही बात है. नहीं नहीं नहीं, वो रामायण महाभारत एक बात नहीं. फिर कृष्णा रामा ऐसा एक बात कैसे हो गया? I will ask my Pandit and I will come and tell you. When are we going to wake up from ignorance to realize God is a supreme power? For Shivaratri, we are preparing some of this. भगवान भगवान नहीं है, सच में तो वो एक शक्ति है, उनका जन्म नहीं होता, ना उनकी मौत होती है, वो तो अनंत अनादि है, वो बेशुमार वो असीम है, उनसे बड़ी कोई शक्ति नहीं, वो ही हम सबकी वजह है, वो है इसलिए हम भी हैं, प्रभु पास है, कण कण में है, प्रभु है शक्ति, परम शक्ति वो है, प्रभु है अनंत अनादि वो है, प्रभु है अमर सर्वशक्ति वो है पार दूर नहीं, प्रभु है शक्ति हर जीव में वो, प्रभु हर शय में हर जगह वो सर्वशक्ति है, सब कुछ वो. My dear friends, our ultimate goal of life is liberation, is unification. Moksha, you ask Ashok Maheshwari, he will tell you. Nirvana, moksha, enlightenment. If that is the goal, you start with religion. Then you leave religion. You start with religion. Then you leave religion. What Sudeep is trying to say, the pole vault. So Sudeep's story is, I'll explain in simple words what Sudeep is trying to say. If you want to jump a net high up there, so you take a pole and you hold the pole and you jump up. But with the pole, you can't cross over. You have to drop the pole and then you jump. And am I right, Sudeep? That's what because people will not understand it so easily, but now is the right time. So religion is like a pole. Religion is a pole. You need the pole to jump. And then you drop the pole. You drop religion and you jump over. But you jump over, no. That's why I didn't allow Sudeep, because this analogy is wrong. You can't jump over. You have to have another pole. Because if you leave that pole, you will fall flat. So this analogy is, that's why not so correct, Sudeep, with all humility. This analogy needs two poles. One pole doesn't work. You need to leave the pole of religion and you need to catch the pole of spirituality. I would give the example, Sudeep, next time of a 4 into 100 meters baton race. So you run with the baton of religion and then you give the baton to the next person. He catches the baton, he runs to the finish line. And then you attain mukti and moksha. So my dear friends, with that note, the ultimate goal of life is moksha, nirvana. Start your quest today. If you don't start your quest today, you will just live and you will die. Introspect. Your religion is good as a kindergarten. Climb over, jump over from religion to spirituality, realize the truth, be enlightened, be liberated. Next week, Administrator, we have 2 topics next week. but we are not sure of which topic we are going to use. It may be bhakti, bhakti yoga. It may be life, because we had very interesting discussion yesterday on life. So it may be life, or maybe bhakti yoga. Administrator, please make note. I'm not sure what it will be. But before I close, no sugar. Before I close, let me tell you the important thing about religion. किसी के लिए वो कृष्णा है, किसी के लिए शिव येसु है, कोई ढूंढे उसको मंदिर में, ना जाने के वो अंदर है, वो ही परम सर्वशक्ति है, वो बेशुमार वो असीम है, वो ही परम सर्वशक्ति है, वो ना व्यक्ति ना मूर्ति है वो शक्ति जिसकी सीमा नहीं, उससे ये धरती चलती है, उनकी व्यक्ति से हर व्यक्ति है, उनकी शक्ति से हर व्यक्ति है, प्रभु पास है, कण कण में है, प्रभु है शक्ति सर्वशक्ति वो है, प्रभु है अमर अनादि वो है, प्रभु है अनंत सर्वशक्ति वो है पास दूर नहीं, हर शय में वो, हर जीव में वो. My dear friends, the divine is inside you. Where are you searching? Today, we are going to start Ask Air, but the last 30 minutes that we had were an amazing 30 minutes for realizing that you have to move from religion to spirituality. If you don't move, you will live and die like a fool. Like 99% of this world, they are ignorant. They don't know the meaning of life. They live and they die, and they don't know why. They don't understand what is the purpose of life. They don't understand who is God, where is God, what is God. They don't understand what they do, why they do. And like I say, sometimes, have you heard of pigs? Have you heard of pigs? If you throw pearls before pigs, they will push it away and they'll go towards shit, because pigs like shit. And therefore, I learned a beautiful phrase in my life. They say, don't throw pearls before pigs. So when God has given us spirituality, let us not keep on sticking. It's a wrong thing to say religion is shit. But honestly, after some time in life, if you stick on to religion, you are just like a pig that is leaving the pearl of spirituality and going behind garbage. Are you going to wake up, or are you just going to live and die? Administrator will move on to questions. Now you can unmute and you can ask questions. Who's the first? I can see Supreme and Karan Singh. Yes. Supreme, please start.
Yes, so I don't have a question, but I want to give everyone a very nice example of, it's like religion would be some kind of gangrene in the legs or any organs, which you have to cut, because if you don't cut it, it will spread the poison in the entire body and you will die.
Good. I was thinking you're giving a nonsense example, but I changed my opinion. You gave a good example. I was thinking, kya bakwas bol rahi hai? Religion is the gangrene. But you are absolutely right. I bow down to your answer. I bow down to it because it is such an amazing answer. Because, sometimes we don't realize that at the right time, if you don't cut the cancer, some people, they live with cancer. I call this the dog sitting on the nail. The dog sitting on the nail, you sit on the nail and you groan and you groan and you groan. Many people are sitting on the nail of religion, and they keep on groaning. Hey, Krishna, kya Krishna? Mujhe cancer ho gaya, Krishna. Kya Shivaya? Kya Shivaya? Hamara COVID mein 2 log mar gaya. Kya? And continue. Dog sitting on the nail. Keep on saying Shivaya. Kya ho gaya? And keep on praying and not realizing that it is your own karma coming back to you. Thank you. Next question, please. Karan Singh.
Yes. Actually, my question is, when I personally WhatsApp में मैंने जब पूछा था आपको इंट्यूशन के बारे में, You told intuition and enlightenment are different things. So I want to know what is enlightenment flash. You told enlightenment is a flash. Flash literally means light. So what is enlightenment actually?
You are asking a question which we have already answered 100 times, but enlightenment is overcoming ignorance. And I think you need to ask me personally. Administrator, you should connect Karan Singh to Paul so that you can meet my assistant Paul, and we have to discuss with you from basics. So please meet me up personally, because your question has already been answered 100 times on this session. But to tell you in brief, enlightenment is about overcoming ignorance and realizing the truth. Next question, Administrator. Who would like to ask questions on religion? Who would like to ask questions on life, on suffering, on happiness? I will stay still for your questions to kickstart.
शिवम मैम,
Sure.
तो अभी एनलाइटनमेंट के बारे में जानने के बाद रिलीजन को कितना फॉलो करना चाहिए?
रिलीजन क्यों चाहिए मैडम? अगर आपको मालूम पड़े कि अगर आपको मालूम पड़े, if you come to know that the vitamin drink that you are drinking every day 100 milliliters is full of poison, after coming to know that is 100 milliliters, 100 ml of that is poison, after coming to know how many ml you should drink?
नहीं मतलब आप पे तो
नहीं, I have to answer my question. You come to know 100 ml is poison, after coming to know how much ml you should drink?
पॉइजन अब हो गया तो क्यों पीऊंगी मैं?
तो तुम्हें मालूम पड़ गया रिलीजन बकवास है तो क्यों फॉलो करेगी?
मतलब आप भी तो मंदिर में आरती वगैरह करते हो ना?
But you don't pray to God, you pray through God. ना किसने बोला मंदिर पर आरती नहीं करना है? आपने कितनी बार सुना है? You understand, मंदिर में जाओ तो प्रभु अंदर में पाओ.
हाँ समझ
जाओ, प्रभु को अंदर पाओ.
तो अभी हमारे घर में बहुत सारे भगवान की मूर्तियां हैं, तो फिर क्या करें?
मार्केट में जाओ और 100 मूर्ति लेके आओ.
हाँ?
तो मार्केट में जाओ और 100 मूर्ति लेके आओ. फिर तो मरेगी, फिर वापस धरती पे वापस आएगी, फिर जन्म होगा. मुक्ति नहीं पाएगी, मोक्ष नहीं पाएगी.
नहीं मतलब एक ही मूर्ति रखनी है कि हटानी है कि क्या करना है?
How can you keep one murti when the people in your house want to pray to 20 murtis? You ignore that. You focus on enlightenment. You focus on moksha. You focus on your journey. Forget about your house and your temple in the house.
नहीं मतलब मैं तो घर में अकेली रहती हूँ ना, तो इसलिए पूछ रही हूँ.
Then take all the murtis tomorrow morning, go to Alpur Lake and put inside. पता है विसर्जन का मतलब पता है? विसर्जन. विसर्जन का मतलब क्या है?
हाँ पता चल गया, विसर्जन.
हाँ, tomorrow morning you take all the murtis and you go to the lake and you put and come. Then I can tell you are truly enlightened.
नहीं सच में ये करना पड़ेगा. टुमारो नहीं लेकिन करूंगी. ओके.
अगर रखना है मंदिर में, एक इष्ट देवा रखो. एक छोटी मूर्ति, एक स्मॉल इष्ट देवा. That's all. और कुछ नहीं. पहला आंसर सीरियस नहीं था, ये सीरियस आंसर दे रहा हूँ.
अगर फैमिली में अगर 4-5 जने हो तो सबको पूछ के मतलब रखना है कि क्या? अब अगर फैमिली में मतलब 4-5 जने हो, अगर कोई भी एनलाइटनमेंट
नहीं, आई रिजेक्ट योर क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज़ आप बोले आपके घर में अकेले हैं, तो आप फैमिली बात बीच में मत लाओ. आपने बोला आप अकेले हैं, स्टिक टू दैट. रू माता जी, थैंक यू. नेक्स्ट रू माता जी.
गुरुजी प्रणाम. गुरुजी.
माता जी प्रणाम. माता जी.
Guruji, I want to ask one question.
You are muted. Asking one question. आप सीधा क्वेश्चन पूछिए.
कल आपने क्वेश्चन करा what is life all about, and we have read your book, and I have not read once, 2-3 times I have read your book, and what you have told in the end, life is liberation from ignorance, finding enlightenment. It is not that we don't know, but we were unable to reply you. कल तो मुझे रोना आ रहा था कि हमें ये बात पता होते हुए भी हम क्यों नहीं आंसर कर सके? और आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू स्लीप ऑल्सो. बार बार यही आ रहा था कि हम क्यों इधर उधर होते हैं, हमें क्यों नहीं आंसर कर पाए.
So the point is, thank you for your question. Sudeep also has read the book. Ashok Chotani also has read the book. Many people have read the book Life, L-I-F-E, Liberation from Ignorance and Finding Enlightenment. But Rumataji, you are not able because you are controlled by your mind. You are not in consciousness. When we are not in consciousness, we do a lot of nonsense. When we are not in consciousness, हम सब गलत चीजें करते हैं. हम जिंदगी में गलत decisions लेते हैं. You know, the biggest problem in this world, Mataji, is हम गलत डिसीजन देते हैं, हमारा दिमाग नहीं चलता है, हमारा इंटेलिजेंस नहीं चलता है. We become idiots, we become fools because we are not in consciousness. In this case, your intelligence and your memory system got defeated by your mind because your mind was jumping and giving different answers, whereas your memory had the answer inside. You knew the answer. You have read the book not 1 time, 3 times. You knew the answer, but you could not give the answer because your memory and your intellect was diffused by your mind. Therefore, I tell, kill the mind before the mind kills you. Destroy the mind before the mind kills you. अभी रेखा को मैं क्या बोला? रेखा बोली मेरे घर में 150 मूर्तियां हैं. अरे 50 मूर्तियां से आदमी पागल हो जाएगा ना. So what is the point of having 50 murti? How it helps to have 50 murtis in your temple? God is one. Again, she's telling there are 4 people. I want to have 4 gods. You'll never get enlightenment. If that is the attitude, you'll never get enlightenment. Okay, ठीक है, good. रूमाता जी तो
और गुरुजी एक बात और है कि जैसे कोई किसी की डेथ हो जाती है तो हम उसकी फैमिली से बात करते हैं, हम भी pay condolence and then we surely say may God rest his soul in peace when we know that the soul has already left the body. And
because
you also told us not to say, but ये जैसे है ना एक myth है, जैसे ये बात चली आ रही है, everybody will say this sentence.
माता जी
कोई भी जाएगा condolence के लिए जरूर ये बात बोलेगा.
माता जी, the problem is आप जिंदगी में बहुत बकवास बोलती जा रही थी और वो बकवास आप भूल नहीं पा रहे. You're not able to forget that बकवास. ये बिल्कुल गलत है ना. ये बिल्कुल to say may the soul rest in peace, ये तो बकवास मतलब highest level of बकवास है. और आप क्यों करते हैं? You tell because what that other person will think. Let me guide you what you should tell. You should tell, my dear, death is certain. I greatly feel your loss. I would like to share the loss you feel for the departed one. But everybody has to go. Every body has to go. But the person has left the body. May we hope that the person has become one with God. ऐसे बोलो आप. May we hope that the one has become God, and if they have not become, may their good karma give them a good rebirth. ये सच्चाई है. अब सच्चाई बोलिए. अब बकवास रिपीट करने में या झूठ बोलने में क्या होगा?
वही बात है ना, रियलाइज ही नहीं करा कभी ये बात. सब बोलते हैं तो बस बोल देते हैं. अभी रियलाइज हो गया? अभी आप सही जवाब देंगे आज के बाद? अभी तो हो गया. आपके पास आने से तो रियलाइज हो गया, पहले रियलाइज नहीं था. नहीं अभी, लेकिन अभी से not only this point, whatever you talk from today onwards, if you want mukti and moksha, you will not talk lies. You will not talk nonsense. You will, sorry to say, आप मेरी माता जी हैं, रू माता जी, लेकिन आप माता जी की बात नहीं है. What is right and wrong की बात है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ आप बकवास बोलना बंद कीजिए. मतलब बकवास का मतलब है जो नॉनसेंस होता है. May the soul I can understand. ये क्या बोलने का मतलब है? May the soul rest in peace. क्या मतलब है इसका? कोई मतलब नहीं. तो please change it. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Supreme Kamudi.
Supreme, and then Bliko. After Supreme, Bliko. Yes.
Yeah. So I have a suggestion. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But for Rekha Chaudhary, who was saying about the deities, like I had wrote to you that day I went to the Mataji temple. I really felt divine. I felt one with that, and I thought I I felt, not I thought, I felt that I am one with this divine, and see, everyone is hoping and praying to get the darshan of the divine. So I am a part of that Murti. Like, I was not there to do the darshan of the Mataji. I was the Mataji, I was the divine, and I felt one in the temple. So can one, whoever is having, like, a lot of people stay in joint families and have a lot of deities, they will feel that they are a part of that deities, and that you are very divine, and that people are hoping and praying to you.
Completely wrong.
Oh, okay.
Completely wrong.
Okay.
Is God a deity?
No.
What is God? Is a Shakti.
Ha,
Why
Shakti.
should you relate to the deity? And why should you confuse yourself?
Okay. But aren't we part of the divinity?
No,
Aren't we a
not the
part of the
deity.
divine?
Not the deity. Not the deity. Murtis must not be prayed to. Murti must only be prayed through. You should not think you are the deity. You should not think you are Lakshmi. You should not think you are Kali. You should not think. That is completely wrong.
Okay. Okay.
I hope you understood the point.
Yeah, I got it. We
You
are
are
not
sick.
the part of the deity.
You are SIP. You are the supreme immortal power. You can
Okay.
you can watch the sun and you can feel I am the Shakti of the sun. That I can agree, but not the deity.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
Got
you,
it.
Bliko.
Thank you.
Bliko.
Yeah. So I want to share one experience. 27 years before, my mother expired and passed away, and I went there, and all the rituals were done. And then my father, finally, when I was leaving to my place, because I have different place, I was living with different place. So he said, okay, you are going, so you take this picture of mother and keep it in your house to, I said, I don't need it. At that time, I said, I don't need it. I said, why? I said, I will never put a picture on my wall and see my mother's picture. No. And till today, I have never had the picture. So he said, why? I said, because we pray to the goddess, Gayatri at that time, Gayatri Mata. So I said, this is a supreme power, the God. We are praying through this picture, imagining that this is a representation of the God. And now this soul, when the body dies, the energy goes into the merge with the God. Whatever at that time I was believing in the Gayatri Mata. So it went into the Gayatri Mata. Now my mother is Gayatri Mata. Why should I worry about that body is gone? My father said, you are right. You don't need it. Okay, leave it. He was happy that with my answer. At that time, I was not realizing much, but I know that the power is gone. The body is burned. So what is the use of? And I never give seriousness to death till my life. I never. If somebody die, I think that it's nothing. It's normal thing. Body has to die. Body has to die. And it's made of a 5 element, which is.
So you are sharing this. You're having a question for follow-up question, or you're just sharing it?
I'm not just sharing my.
Okay. So I will take your sharing, and I would see, my dear friends, as long as we stick to the myth, as long as we follow rituals and we follow superstitions, what is happening is we are going in the opposite direction. See, they only remember one thing: either you're going in the right direction, or you're going in the wrong direction. Now, some people, they like to do a yo-yo. Some people like to swing like a pendulum. They swing one direction, then they come back one direction. They want to swing one direction, they want to come back one direction. They want to swing one direction. What happens at the end of all the swinging? You are nowhere. You are there only. You have not progressed. I tell so many people, why don't you realize you are the divine soul? And why can't you move forward? No, I am the soul, but I like a little bit of samsara. So one day they are the soul, one day they are in samsara, one day they are the soul, one day they are in samsara, one day they are the soul, one day they are in samsara. At the end of it, what happens? They are not gone anywhere. So my dear friends, it's up to you. Nobody, see, remember, I cannot force anybody to be enlightened. I cannot take an enlightenment injection and give any of you. I cannot tell, I cannot give Ashok Maheshwari one person laddu. You eat this laddu, you'll get moksha. This is what many gurus do, right? Many gurus, many religions, they fool you. They fool you. Some religion will tell you, you just come, how much is your salary? 1 lakh rupees. You give 10,000 rupees, all God will suffer for you. What is this nonsense? What is this damn nonsense? You pay 10% of your salary to the institution and the God will suffer for you. And you believe the nonsense. And you pay 10% like a fool to be fooled. When are we going to wake up? When are we going? So my dear friends, this enlightenment, nirvana, moksha, these is a very advanced way of thinking. This is going beyond the ordinary. We human beings, we don't understand who we are, why we are here, what is life, what we should do, why we should do. No. Sorry to say, we are just enveloped in avidya. We are in ignorance. And even though God has given us a treasure. God has given us a treasure, but we are running behind petty pleasure. God has given us the treasure of the divine. Huh? God has given us treasure of the divine, but we are running behind petty wine. Look at this. Instead of being the divine, you are running behind petty wine, not realizing that wine is so petty when you compare it to divine. Okay, next question, please. Anybody else? I can talk poetry for hours together. I like poetry, but let us get to a few more questions before we close today.
Shanmuga Sundaram says,
Yes.
Gautama Buddha attained enlightenment without following any religion. After enlightenment, Buddha's teachings are 1, the 4 noble truths, 2, the noble eightfold path. Basically, the way is spirituality to attain enlightenment.
Sir, so is that just a comment or a question? Administrator, is it comment or just a question?
It's a comment.
Yes, sir. Shanmuga Sundaram.
It's a comment.
Okay, I'd like to comment on your comment. Can I comment?
Yeah, sure.
Lord Buddha, when he was Siddhartha Gautama, he went to many teachers. He went from teacher to teacher, from Swami to Swami. And he was trying to understand what is known as Sanatana Dharma, not Hinduism. He was wanting the truth. And what Buddha said, Apo Dipo Bhava. Apo Dipo Bhava means switch on the light. Switch on your light within. You're absolutely right, the 4 noble truth and the eightfold path is all about right living, right understanding, right. Right means what, sir? Shanmuga Sundaram? Right means remove the wrong.
Yeah.
Right means when Buddha kept on saying, yes, sir. Tell me, sir. You want to say something, sir?
Yeah. What Buddha says is actually it's not a religion, it's a way to live. And basically love and compassion for others.
Excellent.
And the way to live, the eightfold path, if you follow the path, you will definitely reach enlightenment.
Absolutely right. But have you been to the Buddhist?
Pardon?
But have you been to the Buddhist temples, sir? How many statues are there in the Buddhist temples? Have you been to all the Buddhist temples?
Yeah, I've been to the Buddhist temples.
How many statues?
How many statues?
Many statues. Did Buddha say we must believe in
statues of Buddha, and also you see in Thailand, you see also statues of Brahma and Ganesha.
No, Thailand, okay. But did Buddha?
But Buddha, okay. In Buddha temples, they have the statues of Buddha. They pray to Buddha, but not like Hindus pray to gods. Okay, but they try to follow the noble path. And the monks basically teach. Basically, that's what they teach.
With all humble respects to you, what I'm saying is I follow exactly what the Buddha taught. But today, modern day Buddhism has got so many different views that it is completely complicated. It is not talking about what Buddha taught.
Yeah,
So that
that's
is my
true.
submission. Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay.
you for. So we agree.
I understand.
We
Thank
agree
you.
to each other.
I agree. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you. So what? Just to tell you, I'm going to take one more minute for your valuable comment. The Buddha talked about something called nirvana. Ashok Maheshwari, please note. The Buddha said nirvana. Nirvana is what Sanatana Dharma calls moksha. Is what the Western world calls enlightenment. It's what some people call salvation. Words are different.
Yeah.
But even the Buddha said that we should escape from rebirth, and we should attain that state of Mahanirvana, and we should be free from karma. All this Buddha spoke about is part of Sanatana Dharma. Unfortunately, the religions have completely concocted it, complicated it, mixed it up, and people are going round and round in circles, and people don't understand what to do.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your suggestion.
You Thank you.
Anybody else, administrator, before we end up today? Any more questions? Sudeep, you want to say something? Sudeep, I interrupted you. Do you have anything to say, Sudeep?
No, nothing, sir. You already explained my example and you have refined upon it. So maybe I'll change that from pole vault to the relay race. That's a better way to put it.
You think you can you like to get examples to think of a better analogy. Okay, but I hope you get my point. Why I didn't agree at that point. I hope you understand what I didn't know. I didn't even know why I was not agreeing. But the inside in me did not agree because I did not know why. Okay, my consciousness refused to accept that. Okay, thank you, Sudeep. Who else has to ask any more questions before we close today?
Guruji, I am Rajaratnam here.
Yes, sir.
I want to know what is meditation. What is the best way of doing meditation?
My dear Rajaratnam, meditation means to still the mind. In one line, I'm telling you, meditation means some people, they buy a fancy meditating mat. Then they buy fancy meditating clothes. Then they buy fancy meditation music. Then they buy fancy meditation aroma. In Thailand, they get aroma. Shanmuga will tell you. They light incense and all those things. Correct, Rajaratnam? And after they sit in meditation, the mind wanders. The mind goes from here to there and here to there. So do you think that is meditation, sir?
No.
No, that is not meditation. So meditation, sir, according to me, if you want to meditate, sit in a comfortable chair, wherever you are, close your senses, shut your senses, eyes, nose, ears, and your touch, and your don't keep on eating katlekai. Don't eat some peanuts and almonds and do meditation. You can't. You cut off your senses. After you cut your senses, try to make your mind still. At that time, your mind will jump to one thought. Bring it back. You are what? You are not the mind. You start thinking the mind is a monkey inside you. Correct? What is the mind? It is a monkey. The mind is a monkey inside you. It is jumping. What will you do? You will bring the monkey back. Again, it will jump. You bring it back. Again, it will jump. You bring it back. Keep on watching the monkey mind. If you follow this process, you will reach a state of consciousness where the monkey mind will become still. It will stop jumping because it knows you are watching it. It knows you are catching it. So what are the first steps, sir, you remember? First step of meditation, watching the monkey mind. Second step of meditation, catching the monkey. And third step of meditation, who will tell me?
Killing
tell
the
me. No, you cannot kill. That is only I say. So I always give you all poetry, right? Huh? What is the poetry, Rajaratnam? Today I didn't create this, Rajaratnam, sir. You created it. I did not know the answer. You got the answer through me. First step is, if you want good meditation, many of you ask me this question, and Nishu Mathur to catch the quote. If Nishu Mathur is there. One, if you want to meditate, it is first watching the monkey mind. Second, catching the monkey mind. And third, latching the monkey mind. You latch it. You watch it, you catch it, you latch it. I hope you got what I'm trying to say. So you can't kill it. Bliko, till you're alive, you can't kill it. Don't try to, I say kill your mind, but you can't kill. You have to watch it, you have to catch it, and you have to latch it. And this word I told you all, how many times I have told you all in this call, dear Rajaratnam, I hope you got the answer for meditation, sir.
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you, in this call, I don't speak. Somebody else speaks. I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, but somebody else speaks. And so when you asked for the word, your question went to SIP. Your question went to the divine. And you got a divine answer. You must be grateful not to me, but you must be grateful to the divine because he gave you the exact answer. So if you want to meditate, sit in a quiet position, shut off the senses, and watch the mind. You watch it, you catch it, you latch it. You watch it, you catch it, you latch it. Sangam Gupta, you also wanted this answer some time back. You watch it, you catch it, and you latch it. Then you're free. We have another 1 or 2 minutes. On Fridays, we don't close very late, but I will still open for 1 or 2 minutes if somebody wants to ask any question.
I want to ask, बच्चों को किस उम्र तक ये religion follow करना चाहिए?
जब तक वो बच्चे नहीं रहे. The minute they understand, the minute you can see, the minute a child is 4 or 5 years, you start teaching them on God. Immediately start telling them God is a power. Immediately tell them ये शिवजी है, लेकिन शिवजी सिर्फ एक रूप है, शक्ति है. Tell them Ganesha, शिवजी अलग अलग रूप है, शक्ति है. Take mitti, show them from mitti, take mud and say from mud, see I'm making Ganapati, I'm making Shiva. But both are only made out of mud. This mud is God. God is mud. God is Hava. God is Surya. God is you. God is me. You have to start teaching them from a smallest age possible.
तो वो सब जो हमने देखी है टीवी में स्टोरी वगैरह कृष्ण की शिव जी की वो सब बताने की जरूरत नहीं है उनको.
नहीं आप बताओ, फिर वो मोक्ष नहीं पाएंगे, वो दुखी होंगे. आप बताओ सब स्टोरी.
नहीं मतलब जब हम छोटे थे तो हमने तो वो सब देख के ही सीखा है ना.
इसलिए तो आप तड़प रहे हैं आज. अगर आप छोटे थे, अगर आपके माँ बाप ने सही सिखाते, आज आप तो नहीं तड़पते ना. आज आप सॉरी टू से, आज आप बेवकूफी में नहीं फंसते ना. आज आप बेवकूफी में क्यों फंसे? बिकॉज तुम्हारे माँ बाप ने बेवकूफी सिखाया. तो मेरे माँ बाप ने भी मुझे यही सिखाया. लेकिन we have got a brain, we have got intellect, we have to go in the right direction. I told you, don't keep swinging like a pendulum. Don't waste even one day, Rekha. Don't waste one day going in the wrong direction, because even one day in the wrong direction is taking you away from your destination.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes I'm sorry. Sometimes मैं थोड़ा aggressive होता हूँ. I'm because I want you all to go
जोर से बोलते तो मेरे दिमाग में जाता है कुछ ऐसा.
मेरा थोड़ा जोर से बोलने से जाता है अंदर, जाता नहीं आता?
सच में जाता है.
But at least मैं useless तो नहीं हूँ ना.
हाँ नहीं.
Rekha said I'm not useless. I'm grateful. नहीं तो I started to think I'm useless. Okay, last question. Administrator says, anybody wants to ask the last question before we close? No questions. Remember one thing. In the beginning, we should have many, many questions. In the end, there will be no questions. But if you don't have questions in the beginning, that means you're in big trouble. Learn to ask questions. Today, I'm leaving you with this. Every day we have asked AIR. And I told you, I don't give answers. Today, when Rajaratnam asked a question on meditation, so God has made me realize the truth. SIP has given me that light. I can see. But when I come on a call, I just connect. I connect my antenna and I leave it. And the streaming, live streaming, it comes. The right words come. I only make sure that my monkey mind doesn't take over. I watch it, I catch it, I latch it, and I let the word flow. So I want all of you to have questions ready. Every day you should ask a question, because if you don't ask, if you don't investigate, my dear friends, how will you ever realize the truth? Remember, My Guruji used to tell something, and I'm telling this to you. Today, remember I told you, he said, my Guruji told these words, don't throw pearls before pigs. Unfortunately, this English idiom, this English phrase has so much meaning. We human beings are sometimes no better than pigs. Because we human beings, we are capable of being realized. We know that this body will die. We know we bring nothing and we take nothing. And still, we are chasing dreams and shadows. We know that shadow is only a shadow, but still we are chasing shadow. When are we going to wake up? Are we going to wake up after it's too late? When the sun sets, it's over. When your game is over, it's over. You cannot do anything. The time is now. The time is today. You have to be enlightened. There is no other goal. There is no other desire. There is nothing else I want and nothing else you want. We only want one thing. We want to realize we are the Atma. We are the Atma. We are the Ruh. We are the divine spirit. We are the soul. We are the Atma, and the Atma is the Paramatma. We are divine manifestations. This is the only thing that we want to realize. I hope I will be successful in helping as many of you to go forward, because my goal is to help you reach yours. And my goal is not to give you material success. I have left achievement behind. My goal is not even to give you contentment and fulfillment. That is just intermediary. My goal is to help you attain the state, to help you realize the truth and be enlightened. That's why sometimes I'm very aggressive. Sometimes I'm sorry, Kaumudi. Sometimes I speak very tough. Sometimes some of you feel, why am I being so rude? I'm not being rude. I'm being aggressive. I'm being tough because I don't want to have any compromise in what I say. With those words and the wish that you will all attain enlightenment, you will all attain moksha, you will all realize that you are SIP, the supreme immortal power. I bow down to you.